Yeah, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good night, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brother Jose coming at you with some. Let me drop the link in the chat. I always do that, no matter what. So the link is in the chat. Oh shit. Uh oh. I'm nervous tonight. So the link is in the chat. Let me go ahead, share my screen. If that is it. No, wrong one. Is it? Give me 1 second, people. Let me get myself together. Right. So we're going into the TLA. We're going to look at the term Kemet. We're going to look at the term Kemet. Right. There we go, right? So we're going to look at that term Kemet. The screen is sticking. I don't know what's up with that. Why it's not changing. Am I sharing the wrong screen? Okay. Stop sharing. Let me share again. Sorry, let me make sure I'm sharing the right thing. I don't know what this is. Let me get that out of there. So let's go back here. Hit share screen. Right. Now that is what we're looking for. That is it. That is it. That is it. Right. So let's see if we can find an interesting one. All right. It's from the Eloquent Farmer. So let's see. All right. Let's see if we can find something. Let's see. All right. Literary texts. Egyptian narrative, the history of Sinui. Let's look at that. Let's see what's going on here. We get a little bit of this. Right. Let's go to the beginning. I don't know why does this do this. Oh gosh, man. So okay. Okay, why is this not allowing me to translate? Oh man, why is this not allowing me to translate? Okay, why can't I get this into English? Why is it not allowing me to translate into English? damn it. It's not allowing me to translate into English. It's not allowing me to translate into English. So I don't know why it's doing that. Give me a second, people. I don't know what's going on here, but shit. Give me a second, man. Give me a second. Let's go to St. Andrew's Corpus. Yeah, we're going to St. Andrew's Corpus. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. All right, this is the Nubian Rebellion. It's a little short 5-page thing here. The link is in the chat, people, if you want to come in. Oh, no, that's the wrong. If you want to come in. All right. So give me a second. Let me see what we're looking like here. All right. Good. So let's go in. This is from St. Andrew's Corpus. Right. So this is, oh, there's no hieroglyphics on this. So it's Renpet, Sep 1, Abed 2, Ahet, Su 8. Year 1, second month of the season of inundation, day 8. Kat, Hor, Hem, and appearance by the no. I want some hieroglyphics on it, so I'm gonna go back. Let's see some higher on it. Let's see. Let's go back up here. Let's go back to another one of these Amos texts. All right, here we go. Amos Pendekeb inscriptions of Ni. I'll try read the hieroglyphics. Ni, Aha, Neat, Minch, F, Tepi, Ibni. Because he was so pleasing to the heart, Nigem tu, Ta when something F. Because he was so pleasing to the heart, something missing found with the courtiers who chased and captured in every way. What are we reading again? Almost Pendekeb inscriptions up. So let's go. Because he was so pleasing to the heart, the missing found, something missing, with the courtiers who chased and captured in every foreign land, who did not desert the Lord of the two lands on the battlefield, owner of a burial by the favor of the king. It says, Emi Katmet, treasurer, Amos, called Pennikeb, going out during the day, praising Ra when he goes to rest on the horizon of the sky. At every feast of the heaven and on the earth, by something given inscriptions as chief of commanders of the infantry, the mouth that calms in the entire land. Every something as followers of the king in the strides at every place, on water, on land, and in southern and northern lands, with whose plans the Lord of the two lands is satisfied, leader of every day, who leaves the outer chamber and satisfying the company, who enters to report, who leaves under orders, every officer is under his command. Royal sea bearer, brave, captain for the king, almost justified, called Pennikep. He says, I followed kings of upper Egypt and kings of lower Egypt. Now we know that's not true. Right. So I can't, boy, I don't even have a, boy, I'm woefully unprepared because I don't even have a cursor to point at it. All right. He says, follow the king of up and lower Egypt, the gods under whom I lived in the strides in southern and northern lands, in every place they reached. The king of up and lower Egypt, Neb, Heptri justified, the king of up and lower Egypt, Jeshakara justified, the king of up and lower Egypt, Akhepkari justified, the king of up and lower Egypt, Hepri justified, and to this good God, king of up and lower Egypt, Menhepri, given life forever, I reached old age, while I lived with the king and was in favor from their majesties, and the love of me was in the palace. Uncle Jaseleb, the God's wife, bestowed on me favor. Bestowed on me another favor, the great king's wife. So, Ma'at Kara justify. So I believe Ma'at Kara would be Hatshepsut, if I'm not mistaken. I reach her eldest daughter, the king's daughter, Nefer Rewer justified when she was a child being breastfed, treasurer Herod and captor, Amos called Pennikeb, prince regent and count, royal sea bearer, sole companion, treasurer Herod and captor. Amos called Pennikeb justified. He says, I followed the king of up and lower Egypt and perfectly justified. I captured for him in Jedahi one prisoner and one hand. I followed the king of up and lower Egypt, Jeshakar I justified. I captured for him in Cush one prisoner. I did this again for the king of up and lower Egypt, Jeshakar I justified. I captured for him in the north of Lamu, Kekhek, three hands. I followed the king of up and lower Egypt, Aakar, Heper Kara justified. I captured for him in Cush two prisoners, including the prisoners that I brought from Cush, which I couldn't count. I did this again for the king of up and lower Egypt, Keper Kara justified. I captured for him in the land of Naharena 21 hands, one horse, one chariot. I followed the king of up and lower Egypt, Keper Kara justified. So it seems to me this individual is probably related somehow to, like, I think he might be in relation to around the same time as Amos, son of Ibana. I would think so. But just to be sure, let me see if I could look it up. Let me look it up. Give me 1 second. which is what I think I'm reading now. What is the name of this document I'm reading? I'm almost finished. What's the name of this one? Almost Pennekev inscription of, right? So I read 8 pages of that. So now that I'm looking at Wiki, it says autobiography of Almost Pennekev. So let's look into that and see. Okay, let me stop sharing this. Go back. Share my screen. Share screen. So let me share this. The link is in the chat, so anybody who wants to come in can come in. From Wikipedia, the autobiography of Amos Pennekev is a tomb inscription from ancient Egypt, which is significant. I don't know if I can make this bigger. The autobiography of Amos Pennekev is a tomb inscription from ancient Egypt, which is significant to Egyptological studies. Amos Pennekev was an ancient Egyptian official who started his career under Amos I and served all the pharaohs until Jehutimus III. So this individual would definitely have been after or around the same time as Amos, son of Ibana, because it talked about Amos I, so it's all around the same time frame. And served all the pharaohs to Jehutimus III. His autobiographical inscriptions are important for the understanding of the history of early New Kingdom. Thus, though less detailed than those of his contemporary, see Amos, son of Ibana. You see what I'm saying? This guy was his contemporary. We read that text already. In his tomb, he mentions his brother, Ka-em Waset, and his wife, Ipu, who some have suggested may be the same name as the royal nurse Ipu, mother of Queen Satya. His tomb is located in Nekhen, where it is given the designation EK2. Under Amos I, he fought in northern Canaan. Then he followed Amenhotep I to Nubia, accompanying Jehutimus I to Naharim, and campaigned with Thutmose II in Sinai. He held many offices such as wearer of the royal sea, chief treasurer, and herald. His autobiography ends with the assertion that he had been the tutor of Neferuri, daughter of Hatshepsut. So let's go here and see if we could get, and crazy enough, okay, that's not, give me 1 second. Let me see if I could, no, I don't think you want to do that. Let's go back. So let's see if we can find it in here. Oh shit, sorry. Sorry. Let me stop sharing for a second. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. Sorry. I'm gonna stop sharing. Go back to say and just call person. See if I could actually find it. All right. Give me 1 second. If you want to come in, you can most certainly do that. That's not it. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, people. Give me 1 second. NEKHBT. Let's see if I can find it. Let me see. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Look at that foolishness. Yeah, man, I'm looking for the biography almost pen the cab. So, give me a second. Right, it doesn't look like. Give me 1 second, people. If anybody's interested, you can come in. Well, I found it here in English, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna read it next time. Next time, I think I'm gonna biography of Amos Pendekev, hereditary prince, count, wearer of the royal seat, chief treasurer, herald of his lord. Amos called Pendekev triumphant. He says, "I follow King Nebuchadnezzar triumphant. I captured for him Azariah, living prisoner in the hand." Amos called Pendekev says, "By the sovereign who lives forever, I was not separated from the king upon the battlefield. From the time of King Nebuchadnezzar triumph, King Zechariah triumph gave to me." Wait. I might have been. So what I was reading just now was part of his biography then. So let me stop sharing this and go back because I was actually reading the blasted text and didn't know. So give me 1 second. Right. So I was actually reading it. So this is it here then. Let me share the screen. So that was actually it the whole time then. So let's go back again. We'll read it, then I think I'm probably going to get off of here. Let's go back over it again. All right, so let me go back to where I left off. Let's start here, all right. All right, let me go back from the beginning then. Let me go over some of this metal lecture. Right. It says, because he was so pleasing to the heart, he found with the courtiers who chased and captured in every foreign land, who did not desert the lord of the two lands or the battlefield, owner of a burial by the favor of the king. Treasurer Amos called Pennikep, going out during the day, praising Ra. When he goes to rest on the horizon of the sky, at every feast of the heaven and the earth, by giving instruction as chief of the commanders of the infantry, the mouth that calms in the entire land. As followers of the king in his strides at every place, on water, on land, and in southern and northern lands, with whose plans the Lord of the two lands is satisfied, leader of every day, who leaves the outer chamber, who satisfying the company, who enters the report, who leaves under orders. Every office is under his command. Royal seal bearer, brave captive for the king, almost justified, called Pennikep. He says, I follow kings of upper Egypt and kings of lower Egypt, the gods under whom I lived, in their strides in southern and northern lands. In every place they reached, the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Neb-Hepri, justified. The king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Jeshakara, justified. The king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Keper Kara, justified. The king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Keper Renra, justified. Until this good God, the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Men Puri, given life forever, I reached the old age while I lived with the king and was in favor from their majesties, and the love of me was in the palace. So he just named all the kings that he was with, and he said, the God's good wife bestowed upon me another favor, the king's great wife. Ma'at Kara, justified. I reared her eldest daughter, the king's daughter. So this is talking about Hatshepsut for sure, and Neferura, justified when she was a child being breastfed. Treasurer Harold and Captain Amos, called Pennikep, Prince Regent and Count, Royal Seabearer, sole companion, Treasurer Harold and Captain Amos, called Pennikep, justified. He said, I followed the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Neb-Petri, justified. I captured for him in Jedahi one prisoner and one hand. I followed the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Jeshakara, justified. I captured for him in Cush one prisoner. I did this again for the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Jeshakara, justified. I captured for him in the north of Lamu, Kehek, 3 hands. I followed the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Kepakara, justified. I captured for him in Cush. So he's talking about the different kings that he followed. The first one was Jeshakara. The second one was Heper Kara, justified. I captured for him in Cush. 2 prisoners, excluding the prisoners that I brought from Cush, which I couldn't count. I did this again for the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Hepakara, justified. So he's just going through different kings that he did this for. So he mentions Jesser Kara, Kepakara. He mentions that name twice, I captured for him in the land of Naharim 21 hands, one horse, one chariot. I fought the king of Upper Low Egypt, Aha, Hepakara, justified. What I brought from Shashu was very many prisoners, which I couldn't count. Prince Regent Count, sole companion, whom the king of Upper Low Egypt elevated, who the king of Upper Low Egypt advanced, whose personality was shaped by the Lord of the Two Lands, always loved in the royal residence, praised in the palace. Uncle Jasaneb, who goes out satisfying the company, as he reports the words of the king to his nobles, treasurer, herald, captain, Amos, called Pen-Nakeb. He says, as a ruler, may he live forever. Endures, I do not desert the king on the battlefield. From the king of Upper Low Egypt, Neb Petri justified, until the king of Upper Low Egypt, Heper Renri justified. I was in favor of the king until the king of Upper Low Egypt, Min Keperi, may he live forever. The king of Upper Low Egypt, Jeshakara, gave me of gold 2 rings, 2 necklaces, 1 bracelet, a dagger, a diadem, a fan, 1 armlet. The king, so he's just talking about, this is just talking about, his triumphs and what he did. The king of Upper Low Egypt, Kepakara, gave me of gold 4 rings, 4 necklaces, 1 bracelet, 6 flies, 3 lines of gold, 2 battle axes. So I think some of these, if I'm not mistaken, are actually some battle awards. Like I think the thing with the talk about the 6 flies is a battle awards. All right. The king of Upper Low Egypt, Kepakara, gave me of gold 4 rings, 6 necklaces, 3 bracelets, 1 armlet of silver, 2 battle axes. So he was just talking about all the different kings that he was dealing with and what they gave him. Chris, man, the link is in the chat. So if you have time, hit the link. If not, you guys in the chat. No. I'm actually in my wife's office, but that's another story for another day. So the link is in the chat. Let me drop it again to invite you guys if you guys want to come in for a few minutes. So I'm gonna paste it. Drop the link again. So if you guys are interested in coming in, you can definitely come in. Because I got a little bit of time. So you see, I was reading a little bit of autobiography of Amos Pen-Nakeb and how he was talking about his triumphs, his gold, his awards. So if anybody wants to come in, hit the link. Your boy just dropping some more knowledge. Like, share, and subscribe. Help your boy out. You see I'm using my camera now because it looks like, I get more reactions when I use the camera. So that's what I'm doing. Right, fellas? So if nobody wants to come in, I'm going to end my stream now. Thanks for you guys' support. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Go, go.